Andy, super founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So I'm going to get straight into today's topic, an educational video. It's a topic that I like to talk about a lot. I have a lot of information on our YouTube channel about it. And the topic is about credit repair companies and three tactics you need to stay away from that's straight up illegal and it's not going to work. And it can get you into a lot of trouble. We actually have a client that went to a company that did this, and now they're in a heap load of trouble with the law. We'll talk about that later in this video. However, let's get into this. Now, credit repair is not illegal, right? You can fix your credit yourself. You can dispute anything on your credit report that you think is erroneous. You hire these for-profit companies. They charge you a fee. They write these letters on your behalf, and they send it into the credit bureaus with an attempt to get negative information report removed from your credit report. Again, you can do this yourself, right? If you follow the FCRA laws, you read that FCRA book, the Credit Repair Organization Act guidelines, if you read that, you can do the same thing a credit repair company is doing for you, right? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But credit repair companies, again, it's not illegal. They charge you a fee. For profit, they charge you a fee. They're not supposed to charge you up front. They're supposed to fix the credit first, then charge you, right? As long as they're following the Credit Report Organization Act, also known as CROA, C-R-O-A, if they're following the laws in that guidelines, then it's not illegal. If they are not, a lot of these companies don't follow it. They do a lot of illegal things and jamming up the customer. Now, when it comes to credit repair, when I say you can do this yourself and write the letters yourself, you really can. As long as you have a valid argument, you have documentation to back up your argument, and the creditor, the original creditor, the data furnisher, does not have data to back their argument up, you will win. You will get the negative accounts removed off your credit report. But you have to have valid information, documented information, such as cancel checks of payments. So, if you're looking to get something removed off your credit, again, you can do this on your own. You read the FCRA laws, follow the guidelines, have valid documentations to back up your argument, then yes, it will get removed. However, let's get into this. So there's three tactics you need to stay away from, you need to be aware of. And most companies, if they're offering this service to you, you need to maybe run because it's illegal. A lot of it is illegal. They're not telling you that, but they're getting you to do illegal things too. And now you're getting jammed up. And when the smoke hits the fan, you're the one dealing with it. They're not the one dealing with it because they're not even a legit company. They're not even registered properly. You can't find the person. They don't answer their phone. And a lot of these companies, I have a problem with companies only responding to clients via email. That's the only way you can communicate to that company or their agents that's helping you fix your credit is through email. That's not an appropriate way of conducting business, especially when you're dealing with someone social, okay? Now, let's get into the three tactics. One, the 609 dispute letter. Now, let me explain to you what the 609 dispute letter is. And that's part of the FCRA law, section 609. You can read it, read the document, read the article on 609. So, when you're writing a dispute letter using a 609 letter, and by the way, I have videos on this on our YouTube channel already. I have a sample of of the 609 letter as well. Feel free to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll look at the video and see what I'm talking about. So, 609 letter. So, in the FCRA section 609, it says that the consumer has the right to ask for any documentation or anything the credit bureaus have in their file, in their system for this consumer. They have to send that to you. That's correct. What the 609 letter does not say, and you do not, the consumer do not have the right to ask for, is contracts, loan documents, things like that. The credit bureaus do not have that information. That's why they cannot send that to you. You have to get that from the data furnisher, the credit card company you have that contract with or that you open that account with. They have that documentation. This is why a lot of you guys, things don't come off your credit report because these credit repair companies are writing these frivolous arguments and requesting documents that you will not get, that the FCRA section 609 does not cover and does not allow you to ask for. This is why it's very important that you read the 609 section of that letter. You read the letter, and you can download it online. You can download the letter online. You can submit it yourself to the bureaus. You don't need a credit repair company to do this for you. You can even download and dispute your own accounts and use templates that's online. But the 609 letters, you gotta understand what it does and what it does not do, right? And a lot of companies are using the 609 letter and telling you it's effective more than a regular dispute letter. They're actually lying to you. It's not. It's the same thing, all right? So if someone is telling you that the 609 letter is more effective, you should ask for clarification, and you want to see documents on that, because it's not. I'm telling you it's not. And I'm telling you the sites where you can go Google it and read what it says and read what a dispute letter says. It's the same thing. It's not treated differently than the credit bureaus. And here's the thing, how we notice too what other companies are doing. When you do a consultation in our office, we run your social through the credit bureaus and the court systems to see if you have any judgments pending, so we know how to address those. We are able to see what you've done in the past with other companies. We are able to see the letters because it's attached to your social, your profile. That's why. And when you read the letters, it's sometimes a joke what these people put in. There's so much grammar issues. There's so much incorrect requests that the law of and the letter and what the letter stands for does not follow through on, right? That they don't. You can't do that. You can't ask that the letter does not state that you can do that. All right. That's tactic number one. The 609 dispute letter, and a lot of people in Georgia and Atlanta, they talk about this letter like it's golden. And it's not. Doesn't do anything different than what a regular dispute letter will do. All right. Second thing. So the first one is 609 dispute letter. The second tactic is where these credit repair companies are telling you that they can do a sweep. First off, there's no such thing as a credit sweep. Doesn't exist. All right. It's just a fancy terminology. All these credit repair companies that's hiding behind Instagram and all these fake names are using as a marketing tactic to get to reel you in, to get you to hire them for their services. But what they're doing is telling you to do illegal things and making you, the consumer, file fake police report. And with that police report, you're going to send it into the credit bureaus and hoping that the credit bureau will sweep your credit file and take everything off of your report with that police report. Now, here's the thing. One, that's illegal. Filing a fake police report is illegal. And now, if you live in the state of New York, and state of New Jersey, and some of the states up north, when you file a police report for identity theft, most precinct will not let you pick the report up yourself. They make you have the creditor reach out to their headquarters, and that's where they can get the letter themselves directly. All right, because there's a lot of that going on, and while COVID was happening. So now these guys are making you file a police report, and you're going to submit it to the creditors, the credit bureaus. The credit bureau is going to send it to the creditors. The creditors are going to do the investigation and come back and say, no, this is not fraud. This is the client's account. Here is exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, proving that this account is the client's, and then it stays on your credit report. But one, you file a fake police report or a fake affidavit. The credit repair company made you do it, or they did it on your behalf. Here's the second part of the crime. The fact that you submitted that to the mail system becomes a federal crime because you're submitting it to the mail system. All right? So, one, you file a fake police report, and two, you submit it to the mail system, and that's a federal crime. And we have a client that's in that situation right now that's jammed up. We can't talk about it too much, but the company they used in New York did that, and then they submitted the letters, the fraud affidavit and the police report to the credit bureaus, to the mail system, and now they're facing a whole heap of other charges, federal crime charges, and on a state as well too for filing fake police reports. So those are any company that's telling you to do that, guys, run, because I'm telling you, they're jamming you up, and you're going to get yourself in a whole lot of problems that you can't afford to bail yourself out of. The third tactic that any company that's telling you to do, you need to be aware of, is the CPN. The CPN route. That route, stay away from, guys. First off, that's illegal. Two, it's someone that has a social. What is a CPN? Let's talk about that. CPN is where these companies will tell you, leave your credit alone, leave your social alone. buy a secondary number. They'll tell you that the president is using a CPN number. They'll tell you that their favorite rapper, athlete is using this. They're not doing that. Trust me, these guys are not using secondary social numbers to obtain credit or to hide so people can't find them. They're not doing that, guys. It's strictly legal. 9 out of 10 times, that number that they're giving is either some child's social or someone else's social, a deceased person's social are given to you, and now they tell you to go build credit on it. And this is why a lot of credit card companies are asking you to provide social security number, and they're validating it with IRS. All right, CPN guys, stay with me. It does not work. It's a scam. It's a fraud. And those are the 3 tactics you really need to be aware of and stay away from. And any company that's telling you to do that, do not do it, because I'm telling you, you're going to jam yourself up. And if you're already drowning in debt and you can't bail yourself out and fix your credit and fix your debt, trust me, if you don't want to get into problems with the federal or on a state level, because the fees behind that is tremendous. Our client is dealing with it right now. Anyway, those are the 3 tactics you want to stay away from. If you have any questions, comments about this video, drop it below, and I'll try to get back to you and answer it. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.